Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Fresh and our Orc Hunter. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today we are back in the Badlands, and we are looking to complete all of the quests we can for Uldaman, outside of the dungeon. So around the dig site and within the tunnels that house the instance portal itself. With that being said, let's get started with the continuation of the nifty stopwatch quest, which we should be able to turn in right over here. And then we'll head over to the dig site.
My, you're a tall one. Off and away. Be seeing you. Alrighty then.
And there should be another one here. Looks like well, there's another quest that popped up in the back here. Maybe this is where it is going to take us. Bring a healing potion and a lesser invisibility potion to Lucian Tossle Wrench. Alright.
Be seeing you.
Hopefully that is related to the stopwatch, and we don't need to pick up this Study of the Elements quest that we've been trying to avoid. I just don't think we're going to get to kill any of those lesser elementals. It's just going to take too long. And I'm not going to go out of my way to waste so much time on a single quest. We'll pick up those things from the auction house when we can, and then we'll return, and hopefully from that point we should be able to get our trinket. Passing by Angar Fortress. Don't think we have anything to do there, so we're just going to head straight north. Got tons of players being funneled into the zone at the moment. Alright, I think this is a good spot to dismount. Take on this coyote real quick. We should have all of the quests for Uldaman, I believe, apart from one that requires a quest chain that starts in Dustwallow. But we will not be picking that one up. There are no significant rewards to be gained from that quest, or any of its preceding quests afterwards. So we've got everything that we need, surprisingly, and the only other thing that we're going to need to remember to do is to pick up the Platinum Discs quest at the end of the dungeon once we actually go inside and complete the instance. But for today, we are here now at the Maker's Terrace, and we've got some elites to kill. And just as I thought outside of the instance, these elites are definitely a bit lower. They're green to us. Level 36, level 35, that's a perfect level for these elites, honestly. And hopefully that will be a common theme as we make our way through the dig site. Yeah, it would be nice to have some other players here, though, if we do stumble across any that happen to be doing the same thing. It would definitely benefit us to have a little bit of extra firepower to churn through these massive health pools that we're trying to strike down. So we just picked up a scroll of agility. That'll be nice for a bit. Let's make sure we eat some food as well. Looks like we need mana already. I think we'll be stopping to drink quite often as we make our way through the dig site. So far, we don't have anything dropping for us at the moment, which is definitely rough. Yeah, we're going to need 8 power stones of each type. That's going to be really tough to get. And of course, the shattered necklace. I'm most concerned about the shattered necklace, I think. I would like to get lucky with that, as the shattered necklace leads to a quest chain that takes us right back to Uldaman. And in fact, the follow-up quest is within the dungeon itself, so let's at the very least make sure we get that one done today. Picked up our first type of stone. Now we're going to need a whole bunch more. We've got a shaman here that has just appeared. Maybe he's looking to do some quests as well. Yeah, and I'm kind of doubting we're going to be able to get through all of these quests outside the dungeon for today. We might have to come back, or maybe just handle them when we handle the dungeon itself. Because we're going to have to carve a path through all these guys again anyway, so... And I'm hoping that maybe we can collect these stones within the instance as well, but I'm not positive. I don't feel super confident about that. I'm going to be glad to get rid of this sweet nectar. We've only got one more left, so we might as well use it up. Let's get into the tunnels. We're going to be keeping our eye out for mushrooms, I think. Something along those lines. Ripper some help here. I feel like we're gonna have to do quite a bit of healing. So far it seems like about every 2 enemies we have to sit down and drink. Seems to be the cadence at the moment. It's just barely alive. And yeah, I think while we're in here we should be looking for mushrooms of some kind, I believe. That might be deeper within the caves. I guess we're not doing too bad for being by ourselves. Let me just check. Let's see what we're looking for. So we're doing power stones, obviously. We're 3 out of 8 for both stones, which isn't too bad. We've got a tablet to locate. Let's open up the map real quick. Yeah, the tablet is outside. And yeah, we do have the fungus that needs to be collected as well, which there are some. Hopefully there are more in the instance, but there are some throughout the caves. So as we're collecting our stones, we're simply just trying to progress as far as we can into the caves themselves. And we're trying to get all the way to the back room. Because these aren't just tunnels, they do mold into some ruins in the back. And we're looking for the tablet that's in the back of those ruins. It's a good thing that these guys are 35 and 36 because, like, there are some... I feel like we would normally, if we were closer in level, we'd be aggroing a lot of them that we wouldn't want to be aggroing. I'm going to try to back up a little bit here. Let's see if I can drag this guy a little bit closer to us. Things are definitely getting a little awkward in the middle of the cave. See if I can pull from a distance. Yeah, it's tough. They're all pretty close together. They're all clumped up. Starting to think that we probably need some more water. We'll just go through the whole stack and we'll see if we'll see how far we get with that. Unfortunately, we don't really have we kind of have to rely on the mini map to understand exactly where we need to go next. So that's going to be a little challenging for sure. Looks like we've got another group coming in. They seem like they're just booking it straight to the entrance. Good news though, we picked up the Shattered Necklace, which is awesome. And it actually looks like we do need to go down below where these guys are headed as well, so... let's get our food buff back up. And we'll follow these guys, we'll follow their trail over by where the dungeon portal is. This is good because it would have been really annoying just to take out these guys down below. picked up a green gun, which is interesting. Doesn't look like it's worth anything though. And interestingly enough, this necklace that we picked up starts a quest, which is not what I was expecting. It looks like we got a full party heading through. Let's click on this. That quest is not available to your race. Interesting. Who's it available for? I mean, we picked it. It's used for another quest. We picked it up, so that is very interesting. We'll leave the Alliance guy alone, and we're heading into Dig 1 now. So open up our actual map. We need to go to the southern halls, though. There's some northern halls. Oh no, it actually looks like the dungeon portal itself, so this is where the helpfulness of the other players in the area is going to run out for us. Alright, so we'll head down below. What is the best path? There's just so many to carve through. I can see the southern tunnels, but there's a couple of different entrances, and I'm wondering which one would be best. It's probably going to be best to go south. So let's try that. It's good that we got the shattered necklace today. That is, in theory, all that we mostly came here for. The rest of the stuff we can pick up when we have a group. Another shattered necklace. It's interesting. I guess you can loot more than one. Am I missing something here? Okay, we actually have to go the other way in order to go south. Alright, this should be fun. Let's feed our pet real quick. We've got a couple pulls here that are going to involve taking on two enemies at once. Of course, we missed the tag on one of them. That's a little frustrating. The mage pulled him with Arcane Blast. Silk bandage on ourselves, but we can create 10 more. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll restock a little bit. we've got respawns behind us already. I wonder if we can squeeze past some of these. It's kind of tough to say. Now we're going to have to be dealing with some of the trogs now. We might be able to squeeze past those dwarves. It looks like we got somebody else coming through, so that's good. It would be nice if we could at the very least get the tablet. That would be really helpful. Alright, I'm not super confident here that we can pull just one of these guys. The unfortunate part about these trogs is they're not going to drop the stones for us. I think those are only going to come from the dwarves. Do see one of the 12 mushrooms that we need, though, over in the corner here. Those are going to be pretty difficult to get, I think. Without finding some group mates. Oh yeah, this is very heavily guarded. Oh no. Yeah, this one's gonna be rough. We can hold on to one for now, but I don't think we're going to get through all three of these guys. That's going to be a lot to ask for. Of course, I can't really do anything here. Was able to kill that one at least before he got to anybody else. We might actually make it through this somehow. somehow, very miraculously. Let's make sure we can keep Ripper. Let's make sure we can keep ourselves alive, for that matter. Ripper's having a tough time keeping aggro. Wow, what a pull that was. That was too much for me. Hopefully we cleared out a decent amount of these guys from the entrance. You know, maybe if we're lucky, since these are fresh realms and sometimes the respawn rate for lootable objects can be quite high sometimes. Maybe if we're lucky, this mushroom will just keep respawning at a reasonable rate. We can just keep collecting it. Ooh, very interesting. We picked up a new cloak. Huntsman's Cape of the Falcon. 5 agility, 6 intellect. Honestly, I think we finally found something better than this blue cloak. We're sacrificing 1 agility, but we're gaining 6 intellect out of it and quite a bit of armor. Let's go ahead and equip it. It's a bit longer than what we're used to. I think we might hide this one. Let's keep pushing forward, though. Let's make sure that we don't stop, as we're going to get some respawns soon. Yeah, I think we'll turn this one off, though. We can do without it. Capes are a tough one for me. I don't really find too many of them that that I feel add to a character's appearance. Again, we've got 3 somehow. Don't know where the other one came from. He might have been a patrol or something, but I don't think we're going to make it through this one. We don't have the mana. Let's just kill the one. Yeah, I don't know, even if we play perfectly, I feel like this is just not going to work out too well. Maybe we can try for a little bit. Feigned Death doesn't require too much mana of us. These trogs aren't hitting us too hard. Up the Night Sky robe. Seems like it could be decent. 8 stam, 8 intellect, 8 spirit. That is quite good for a caster. Very nice looking piece as well. So we'll hold on to that one. Move everything else around a little bit. let's try to get healed up once again. We're entering one of the southern halls now, finally. It took forever to get here. And I'm still not entirely convinced. Yeah, this isn't where the tablet is. I thought there would be something in here. No, you know what? I can see it on the mini-map now. It's over on the other side. Man, I could have swore there was something down that hallway, but I mean, maybe there's still something that we just don't have to do quite yet. We're going to try to avoid these diggers if we can. Looks like we were successful. And we're going to have to clear out these halls as best we can now. I got to pay attention to the mini-map just a little bit more. I always remembered going down these halls for some reason, but maybe that could have been like Alliance side or something. There could have been... There might be additional quests on the Alliance side that Horde just don't have access to. So that could definitely be the case, and I'm just remembering incorrectly. Oh boy. Yeah, we're going to need to clear out all of this stuff. Pretty much. So it's going to be a lot. Gotta go through an obsidian golem as well in order to get to that tablet. Jump down here and enter the bigger room now. We're going to figure out what we've got to do. I'm not going to worry about taking on every single enemy just yet. I want to see if we can carve a path straight through the middle the best we can. Just so we can at least get the tablet. If we can get the tablet, I'm going to be okay with missing out on, you know, some of the mushrooms and whatnot. And it looks like the tablet's right in the middle of the room itself. And there aren't too many enemies, honestly, so maybe we can start with this surveyor here. Just kind of blast him down real quick. Surveyors are going to be preferable to farm on as far as obtaining the whatever stones we have that remain. Since they are casters and they're going to go down a lot faster. Like, significantly faster. Alright, but looks like we're just about ready to head down to the next level. Just don't want to pull anything over there. Oh, we've got a named elite. Magragan, Deep Shadow. Let's make sure we can get aggro pulled off of us. Looks like he goes in between all the different places. think from here we should be able to jump down and grab that tablet. Perfect. Really glad that we got that one out of the way too. Hello there. Looks like we've got our named enemy. We'll just deal with him anyway. Perfect. See if he drops anything interesting. It doesn't look like it. Mulgore spice bread. Okay. Sure. Of course, all of the. I'm trying to look across the room to see if I can see any mushrooms, but I don't see any spawned in the room at the moment. These are potential spawn locations, but I don't actually see any there, so. Yeah, the mushroom one, I think, out of all of the quests that we have remaining for Uldaman, is the one that I'm the most okay with just not doing, I think. I think out of all the quests that we have, and we're not really getting a whole lot out of it. These restorative potions are pretty interesting, I suppose, for a class like ourselves as a hunter. Being able to remove magic and curses and diseases is quite helpful. That would be really helpful in once we start entering like the Western Plague Lands and the Eastern Plague Lands. Yeah, I mean, I see a mushroom over there, but this room is packed with stuff that I do not want to deal with. Just gonna grab this body. It looks like we didn't pull anything anyway, so. All right, I think, yeah, I think the plan from here is just going to be to continue to grind on diggers and surveyors. Hopefully we can find more surveyors. And we'll just collect the rest of those stones the best we can. And then we'll just deal with everything else in the following episode, where we're going to go into the dungeon itself. Let's get our food buff back up real quick. I'm taking a quick look around the room. I don't necessarily trust CodexLite, the quest add-on that we use specifically for this quest with the mushrooms. Because I feel like there's a couple of quests, usually they're like dungeon-related quests, where it's wrong or incorrect. Wow, we just got hit with a 20-minute disease, all stats decreased by 10. That is disgusting. Oh man, could really use those restorative potions. Yeah, that's terrible. So I feel like we, as far as looking for the mushrooms themselves, we just kind of have to like look at the walls and just ignore where the add-on says they might be located. I'm actually really surprised that we haven't seen respawns on this side of the cave yet. I was just assuming that we would see a bunch, but maybe there's a lot of stuff dead in this room too. So I wonder if there's been a group of players that has come through here fairly recently. We'll start heading back through the cave from where we came. We are going to kill this Alliance player here. Where is our poor pet? Oh, Ripper. Out of range. Where is he? Oh, he's down there. Alright, well, technically we can kill him from up here. I guess he must have teleported down there. Well, I'm back up here, buddy. He didn't take anybody with him. We're going to kill this Alliance guy. Just because we really need to, I know we're flagged right now, which is unfortunate, but we really need to get any of the mushrooms that we can if they are easily available. Completed one of the stones that we needed. The Dream Power Stones. And we need the Allium. Allium? Sure. We're gonna need 4 more of those still. Oh, bad timing. We're starting to get lots of respawns now, unfortunately. Yep, and including right behind us. This is gonna be a little rough. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to, we're totally out of mana now. We're gonna have to sack, I think we're gonna have to sack our pet here and feign death. And you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this right in front of the instance portal. Because it's gonna be safe over here. Hopefully we weren't resisted in any way. It looks like we might be okay. Alright. Yeah, and this is a pretty good spot. There's there's surveyors here and some ruffians that we can pick off for the rest of what we need. As far as the stones go. And let's get our pet back up, at least. Alright guys, and I think that's probably going to be a pretty good stopping point there, I would say. So we're left with the collection of 4 more of these power stones, 8 more magenta fungus caps. I don't know if we can get those within the dungeon yet, still. We're going to have to just keep our eye out when we are in the dungeon. Otherwise, we're going to collect the rest of those stones outside the dungeon while we look for a group. And then reclaimed treasures. I wonder if this is the one. Is this the one that I was thinking about? Where it's like in one of these southern halls? I don't know. It doesn't display it on the map from our quest add-on, but this might be the one that I was thinking about. Hopefully we can get, if we can't find this one within the dungeon itself, then it's clearly in that south hall that we were in before. So we'll see if other people need it. And if not, maybe we can grind ourselves back to that spot, but we'll see. As always, I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.